Yes, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever way round you want to do, wherever you are in the world. Tottenham Hotspur 4, Everton 0. And all I'm going to say is this: Everton, please can we play you every week? A very professional, well put together performance by Tottenham. Didn't really need to get out of second gear to beat Everton, and a thoroughly deserved 4-0 win. You get the feeling we could have gone through more gears, should I say, but a very good win. Lovely to see Sonny grab a couple of goals. Really nice to see a great goal from Basuma. And Romero scoring from a corner. Very rare we see Tottenham scoring from a corner. So altogether, there's not really anything today that we could say was too bad. What you could say is this: first half, I thought we started like a house on fire, came out of the traps like we normally do lately. We come out the house, we come out like a house on fire. We had a lot of opportunities, and you could see from early on, Everton, like most of us thought, they couldn't cope with us. They just couldn't cope with us. And their new right back, or their young right back making his debut, should we say, Dixon, had a bit of a torrid time against our debut guy, Odegaard, who I thought was very impressive first 20 minutes. I thought he fizzled out a little bit after that, but I thought it was a good debut from Odegaard there. Some nice link-up play with Udogie and with James Maddison. And that's where I think Son, by the way, is best through the middle. I think what we're seeing now is, yes, we need a centre forward, but unlike the game against Leicester the other day, you see Sonny able to actually get in behind the defence. Let's have a look. The first goal, Basuma, really good goal. Good finish from Yves Basuma. Maybe a way to silence his critics. He's had a lot of bad press in the last couple of weeks with the incident, should we say. We'll leave it there. The club suspended him. And Ange said that he needs to build bridges. He needs to repair those relationships. And that goal doesn't do him any harm. The second goal, all I'm going to say is this: Sonny's not going to get an easier goal, is he? Listen, Sonny put the pressure on. I would say he made it difficult for Jordan Pickford, but unfortunately on this occasion, I think the only thing you can say is that Jordan Pickford, you are England's number one, and you've had an absolute mare. But Sonny nipped in, took the ball off him, lovely finish. He's not going to get many easier. And from there in, you're thinking to yourself, yeah, we've got this. And unlike the other night, there wasn't really a period of time in the game where I thought that Everton could hurt us. And if we're going to be brutally honest, and we'll talk about them a bit more in a minute, this is an Everton team for me that if they haven't got relegation written all over them, what they have got is relegation battle written all over them. Every time they panned to their fans in the stand, they looked in disbelief. They couldn't string 2 or 3 passes together. And apart from a couple of passages of play in the second half, mainly involving Dwight McNeil, I thought was the best of a bad bunch for them. They looked really poor. But don't take anything away from Spurs. I thought, again, good corner from James Maddison. Romero wanted the ball more, and I love that from somebody from a corner kick. He wanted the ball more, went in, took 2 men out, a lovely header to seal it at 3-0. From 3-0, you've got no coming back. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, oh, I've got my 3-1 wrong, go and get a 4th. And I actually sat there and said it to my brother-in-law. And what do? We go and get the 4th. What normally happens to Spurs was our 4th goal, right? It was the classic counter-attack. Mickey van der Ven ran with the ball for what seemed like 70, 80, 90 yards. Laid it off to Son. And Son, that's what he does. He finishes. Whilst I think he's lacking in other areas of his game, that is what he does. He finishes his dinner. From there on, it was comfortable. We didn't really need to do a lot. We were able to introduce Papa Sarr, Jed Spence, Bergval, Richarlison. From there on, the game was won, and Everton really didn't stand a chance. Their fans, as I said, looked absolutely bewildered. And I can tell you this is going to be a long season for Everton Football Club. But what I will say is, can't be contradictory. We said it's a must-win game. We won it easily. Many thought we would. I thought 3-1, but more than anything today, more than the 4 goals, I'm just so pleased we have kept a clean sheet. We know we've got tough games coming up. We know we've got Newcastle, Arsenal, Brentford, Man United, Man City, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, West Ham. There's a tough run of games, so this was of paramount importance that we got the 3 points. We can't ask for any more. Listen, I'll call a spade a spade. Can't ask for any more. 3 points, 4 goals, clean sheet. Great, great work. The only downside to me, this was the only downside today, was I'm hoping that Brennan Johnson doesn't start for Tottenham again. I'm sorry, I know people are going to hate this. This guy, he can't play. He is not a good footballer. And what I'm hoping is that when Solanke's back, we see Sonny go back to left wing. And I think then we're going to have to see Odeberg go out to the right. Listen, I feel sorry for the lad at this point. I don't think he's kicked on. I don't, as when we've signed him, he looks the absolute weak link. He can't beat a man. He's got no skill. His touch every game is dreadful. Another occasion today when the ball out wide to him, the ball runs under his foot, out for a throw. That was the only downside for me. Other than that, a very important win, 3 points. And I think it was really important today, really important that after the slip up, and let's call it that at Leicester City, to bounce back, get 4 points on the table going into these next 3 or 4 games, which are going to be difficult. It now means if you have a couple of slip-ups, you've got some points on the table. So it's not the 6 points from 6 we wanted, but it is 4 points out of 6, which is better than nothing. Much better in front of goal today, much better defensively, but there will be tougher tests. Again, Everton, I'd love to see if any Everton fans watch this. What do you make of your team? It's going to be a long, hard season. So Spurs up there at the moment. Great news. Really good performance in the first half especially. Second half it kind of slowed down a bit. But Tottenham Hotspur 4, Everton 0. Can't ask for much more. At the time of recording this is about 15 minutes before kick-off of Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Let's hope Aston Villa can win that one. And onwards and upwards. Tougher tests to come. Happy Spurs fan today. Can't ask for much more. But we move on to bigger, tougher tests. Take care, everyone. Come on, you Spurs. And let me know who was your man of the match today. I can't say. I'm going to give it to Sonny just for his 2 finishes. Other than that, I don't think anyone truly stood out for me. I thought Basuma played well. Other than that, I think they all deserve credit today for a thoroughly good job. The only one I can't really give any credit to is Brennan Johnson. I'm sorry. I just think this guy looks more and more out of his depth every week. Come on, you Spurs. 3 points, 4 goals, 4 points of the season. Currently second in the table. Is the title charge on? Just kidding. Take care, everyone. See you later. And I'll be live tomorrow. See you then. And come on, you Spurs.